Have you ever been in the situation where you've been accused of being controlling just because you dare to express your needs, your wishes, or your boundaries? This is a common tactic that toxic people or narcissistic people use with the aim of silencing you, to silence others, have their way. And in this video, I'll break down what's really happening here, what this behavior is called, and how you can handle this situation with confidence, how you can approach this situation in a new way. So when someone tells you that you have such a demand for control, they are not just making an observation, because often this is a manipulative strategy. So let's unpack this. What's really happening here is that when you state your needs or wishes, something like, I'd like us to spend more time together, or I'd rather not talk about this right now. You're setting a boundary or asking for mutual respect. But a toxic or narcissistic individual might turn this particular situation into a problem by accusing you of being controlling or domineering. And this accusation, it does two things. Number one, it silences you because you don't want to be labeled as controlling. And number two, it shifts the focus. So they don't have to address your needs, because now the conversation is all about how demanding you are. And this tactic falls under the category of emotional manipulation. And while it can feel like gaslighting, where they make you doubt your perception of reality, this particular strategy is more about projection. And projection happens when someone attributes their own traits or their own feelings onto you. So in this case, the person who's actually the one trying to control the situation is the one that's accusing you of being the controlling one. And this is the classic way of defleeting responsibility and keeping control in their hands. And how could we then go ahead and approach this situation? How could you respond when someone is accusing you of being controlling or demanding or domineering just for expressing yourself? Here are 3 ways of dealing with this. I'm going to give you 3 ways of dealing with this situation. Number 1, just stay calm, which is important because often they crave a reaction. That's their kind of emotional fuel. So don't give them that, but instead reflect their words back to them. And by this, I mean, like when they say, you're so controlling, you could calmly respond, it sounds like you're uncomfortable with what I'm asking. Can we talk about this instead? This shifts the focus back to the real issue and stops them from derailing the conversation. Number 2, reframe your intention. If you feel the accusation is unfair, reframe your words to make your intention clear. For example, it could sound something like this: I'm not trying to control anything. I'm just sharing how I feel about this situation. This reinforces that you're expressing yourself. That's what you're doing. And number 3, hold your ground. Don't let their accusations silence you. If they keep labeling you as controlling, try saying, it's not controlling to express my needs. Everyone deserves to have a voice, including me. By calmly standing firm, you show that their manipulation, it won't work. So it's important to remember that you are not the problem. Even though it often might seem like you're made to feel like you're the problem, you are definitely not the problem for wanting respect, for setting your boundaries, or for just wishing and trying to have an open conversation. The problem lies in the toxic dynamics that they are creating. So the next time someone accuses you of being controlling, when you're simply sharing your needs, in that situation, take a step back and recognize the manipulation for what it is. You have a right to your voice, and you don't need to accept labels that aren't true. That's pure manipulation. And please, if you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe and share it with someone who really might need this advice. Let's stand up for each other and put the spotlight on the toxic, manipulative behaviors that are out there. And please let me know in the comments, have you ever experienced this kind of projection? How did you handle it? Love to hear your thoughts. And with that said, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best.